Hello, it's me, Reza Gaming. Hope you're doing well, Pliz. You're first today. Congratulations. Bald Mammoths when? Bald Mammoths now. We already have Bald Mammoths. Am I a Bald Mammoth? Maybe someday. But yeah, it's still hot in the UK, but it is raining outside. In fact, it's thundering outside, which is good on the one hand, but on the other hand, it means I have to have the windows closed because, you know, all my plug sockets are kind of near the window. Bit of a design flaw. Anyways, let's continue with Oxygen Not Included. What are we up to? So, I believe what we're currently doing is we're trying to get Shatter Floxes online so we can get glass produced. We melted a big pool of Mercury yesterday. Melting this is very easy. We got some polluted water that keeps freezing and melting, etc. I understand the Queen allegations now, lol. There. We tried pumping some hot sulfur in. That didn't work, but it also really wasn't necessary. Mercury has a heat capacity of 0.14 and a thermal conductivity of 8.3. So, we're alright. We'll analyze this vent while it's idle, and we'll see what that's doing, because we will use it later. But, honestly, this was so easy. What I'm very tempted to do is actually catch this bit here and do the same thing. Maya is stressed. Why is Maya stressed? Why have I got someone analyzing the aluminium volcano at the moment? I tried dumping some ice here. That didn't work, clearly. I probably need to build some temperature plates. You know what? I'm going to get you to build a couple of temperature plates. Just here. In fact, if I put it here and here, that should do. If you can put plastic brushes above, you can get a lot of mercury. Yeah, that's true. Basically, what we want to do is we want to melt it in situ. If we dig it up, we lose half the mass. And I guess what I should really be doing is I should be putting... I'll put another set of incubators down here, and we'll get the dupes to run on these. Run on the wheels for these. In fact, I'll tell you what. I'm going to set up 3. I'm going to set up 2 manual generators and another battery. And we're going to desynchronize all of them with timer sensors so that they all get lullabied at different times. I think it's reasonable. We're now out of refined metal. That's okay. Yeah, pretty concerning amount of lightning outside, but we'll be fine. And if we're not, you'll know. Right, let's suppress notifications on this. Maya is high stress. Why is Maya high stress? I think... Oh, everyone's got popped eardrums. Right. Something I do want to do is probably get our sleepers going. I think what I would like to do is... I'm going to put another row of beds down here for general use. Then we're going to dig this. We're going to dig this. You can actually leave that one there. And then we'll just put all the beds down here, and then we're going to remove this top row, and then I'm going to make this the sleeper zone. But yeah, this is melting pretty rapidly. Do I actually need you to keep dumping more liquid in here? Probably not forever. We'll stop after a little bit. Either way, the liquid should freeze in here. The mercury is conductive. We just kept pouring liquid in here. I think eventually the plan as well is possibly just to dig up the ice in this region. You know what? I could get them to do this. We'll dig up the ice in this region, and we'll start actually lowering everything over here. Everything we can reach easily, at least. You can climb up this way, and then we can dig all of this out. And what we should be able to do, if we actually get in here, like, if we get in here like this... It probably looked like that in the end. We'll dig that one too. I don't really want to remove the abyss light because of the volcanoes here. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Maybe we can. Yeah, there shouldn't be a heat leak from this. That's all ice. Yeah, I think we can do it like that. So we'll come in here, stir these spigot seals. And then when we're done and we shift all the debris out of here, we'll just dump all of the liquid mercury on top of this, and that should be enough to actually heat it up. We shall see. Anyways, Ari, you can have supplying. That's good. I uploaded the VOD a little bit late today. There were some processing issues, but that's fine. Right. I guess we keep the speed up, right? Let the sulfur keep melting. If this actually ends up exposing, which it should soon, I could pump some sulfur in here just to actually get some solid sulfur. That could be a plan. But when we do that, we'll have to rebuild the pump, because we don't have steel yet. Which is fine. Ren has earned a skill point. Ren has plumbing, so Ren can have farming. We don't really need pyrotechnics on these guys. I think this will be fine. God, those raindrops are loud. It's so tempting to open the windows up in the room. But it's just too rainy. Yeah, yesterday we geotuned this carbon dioxide geyser, so we have a lot of carbon dioxide now, which is good for all the alveoveras. I suspect we may need a little bit of processing on this. Oh, we also got a mutant alveovera. Let's actually have a look at the bioengineering. We can put that building in here for now. If we have a mutant alveovera, we're probably going to want to duplicate it to avoid the labor. And because it's something interesting to do. We have more or less the amount of duplicates we want. Our food stocks are steady. We are just growing a few pike apples. Oh, what are you doing in here? You should not be here. We're just growing a few pike apples. And then most of it is just wild sleepy off the map. We are actively taking steps to preserve everything going on here. So hopefully we won't have any issues with that. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. I think we're pretty close to having access to all of those things. There's more mercury in here as well, but we'll look at that later. I could definitely dig out this bit. And then the rest of this could be a bit hard. Didn't get to watch the last stream that Mercury Lake is new? Yeah, Mercury melts very quickly. We have literally just dumped a couple of 100 kilograms of polluted water in here, and that was enough to melt this. Provided you get rid of all the debris on the top, you can just melt it in situ like this on the map. It's relatively easy, and it gives you dozens of tons of extra mercury compared to digging it all out. Which is good, because we're definitely planning on, you know, doing the thing. Using the mercury production bits. Now, let's actually make this priority 9. I'll set new constructions to priority 8. We're going to have to set all of these timer sensors so they're offset by about a quarter recycled from these. Pea water, did you have a pee on the mercury? No, they all peed a little bit earlier because of outhouse blocking before we made a new schedule. Scheduling's really important when you have a lot of dupes, and I don't do it enough, so we actually made an effort to do it this time. Power is a little low. Power is a little low. Mostly because the hydrogen vent is dormant. But we have enough dupes that running on wheels is at least somewhat practical. Temperatures over here are currently okay. I'm going to try and get you to analyze again, and if that doesn't work, then I'll do something else. So, what I want to do is I want to copy the settings on that, and then reset that timer, and then that's out of sync with that, so that's good. Obviously, these aren't going to get done at once, but I really, really want to make sure that we... I really, really want to make sure that we get the Shatter Floxes going today. Right, all of these liquefiables can go. All of these liquefiables can go. Is this set to liquefiables? It is. That's fine. I'm happy for you to keep them all up here. I don't really want to melt them. Yeah, let's speed to it now. That's a lot of ice that we're going to have to get rid of here as well, but that's okay. There is oxygen in this area, so that can happen. I will actually need to get you to grab all of this debris then, won't I? That will probably do, and then we can grab everything in here as we dig it out. I'll probably need to put a ladder here just to dig all of this stuff. But we have a lot of people working on this problem. We've still got a little bit of time to wait. Right, so what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to work on these at slightly different times. So, yeah. Shatter Flox. Shatter Flox. Shatter Flox. Make these priority 9. Whoever's coming in here needs to have a higher priority than this, because they're not actually getting to the task. What's your issue? Oh, you're going to go recover from cold, and it's your downtime. Oh, I see, okay. We could manually juggle them for a little bit. That's probably not the best plan in the world, but it's a plan. We're not planning on using these forever. But whoever our ranchers are, they need to be mostly just ranching, which should be the case. May, Quinn, actually, +8 isn't good enough. It's just people who have balloons, right? Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, it's dormant. Okay, well, that's funny. This isn't a fight you're gonna win. Leave you alone. I will keep printing more dupes. I want to print people who will be easy people to hang around a base. Abe's probably not that. Wolframite. We got a decorator. Yeah, maybe we print Rowan. Rowan could be a sleeper. It's fine. Right, I'm gonna give you decorating, and then if we need decorating doing, then you can be the guy. But for the most part, I'm expecting you to just sleep. The Rowan will be at the bottom of the list. There you go. And then Rowan should definitely not be building anything. Okay. That's fine. Right. Smoker. Okay, yeah. We're unlocking the plant mutation scanner. That's fine. High stress. Yeah, people have popped eardrums, so I kind of want to get them on the plan. You know. Right. I'm gonna get rid of these, and then we're gonna put another 2 up here. Actually, you know what? No, I do want to get rid of these. This is annoying me. We're going to have 6 sleepers. We're going to want some automation in the room where they are. So this one's going to be a little bit longer. And then that's going to be at least that tall, I think. There you go. Right. I think it's time for me to open the windows. Literally a matter of life and death. Gotta be careful. It hasn't still stopped raining. No, that's still raining. I'm really tempting fate, but oh god, I can see a rain just splattered on my thermometer. I'm really tempting fate, but if you were here, you would do the same. Trust me. Right. Oh, that's in the wrong spot. Oh yeah, okay. Put that there. It's all about the wind direction, isn't it? I'll put more over here. Right, you're all set up, so... this is correct, so you can activate now. You should all be priority 9. Not sure this is really working properly. People may be too busy. Yeah, people are definitely too busy because people are making a mess now. Why are people making a mess? I haven't even yellow alerted anything. Let's check out long commutes. So, it seems okay, honestly. Right, still waiting on this last one a little bit. Basically, I just want to fill up the batteries, and then when this activates, have someone come over here immediately to do it. Let's see. Ada can have... You know what? Yeah, you could have farming. That's fine. Yeah, opening the window for like 5 seconds decrease the temperature in the room by a whole degree. Fun. I really didn't want to turn this into window micromanagement simulator, but here we are. Yeah, you're all coming over here just because you're grabbing all of this scoop. Well, that's fine. Come over here, grab all of this debris. I know that it's going to take you a while. It's melting. Oh, yeah, that's good. You probably didn't actually need to build those in the end. That's fine. That's all going to melt into here. That's okay. Who's scolding? Oh! Apparently it wasn't okay. Cancel that. Barney, you can go heal up. Right, one of them's been lullabied. 2 of them have been lullabied. Okay, that's good. Right, I'm going to speed through it for like, I don't know, like a quarter of a cycle, and then this one should be ready to desync with the others. And then I think we just need to leave them alone for a little bit. Let them clear this area out so we can dump the rest of the Mercury in here. Because then it's in the Abyss Light, and that's like probably better than this, right? Okay, so probably wait another quarter of a cycle. How many Floxes we got? We got loads of Floxes in here now. That's good. We got 3 more Shatter Flox eggs in here as well. So we're going to fill this up pretty soon. I may as well extend this down here and have another one. I don't think there's any reason not to. What's going on here? Oh, wrong wire. Okay, that's fine. I can go there. Reset this one. Yeah, now they're all out of phase with each other, so this should mean that they all actually get incubated relatively well. Yeah, 3 out of 4. There we go. Now it's working. We just need to leave the dupes alone for a minute. Okay. Let's get the sleeper headquarters going. We're going to have Popped Eardrums here because we're committing to the Alveovirus bits. So long as we don't fill the asteroid with too much CO2, we should be alright. We could always stop geotuning this if we feel like we're producing too much CO2. That will happen at some point. Right, beds. So, you're right next to the baths, you're right next to the mess tables. I think what will happen is we're going to make some rec rooms as well. And then tile that. We've got to make sure that the CO2 can drain from this area properly, but that should be fine. You guys have unreachable food. What's the situation? Oh, right here. Okay, that's fine. Go for it. And then I'll tell you to manually drop the Shatter Flox guys here when you're done. What are you doing? You are not doing it. That's because you don't have any power. I'll get you to dig this as well, probably. Have you guys just given up on this dig errand? Yeah, go ahead and do this before Senna starves. Devin, don't slip on the oil. That's not even oil, it's freaking liquid carbon dioxide. Sign of a good situation for the dupes. There you go, have fun. Oh, this one's nearly ready. That's good. Well, we'll keep filling them. Yeah, dig that. Remove these 3. Who was the new dupe? Devon. No. Rowan. This is your bed, Rowan. Whiskers is splashing around. Oh, I have some sad news, by the way. You know that platy that had that tumor? Unfortunately, they have died. I can't say it was unexpected. But, yeah. Nice cut. Yeah, I went with the Quinn cut. There you go. I was actually planning on growing it out, but then we had a massive heat wave. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to have long hair all summer. It's kind of an active heat management though. Thankfully it stopped raining so I could open the friggin' window. Yeah, and I'm wearing my Pepsi shirt and everything. It's all good. Oh my god. This room temperature is about to drop like 5 degrees in 5 minutes. I'll tell you what though. I'm impressed at how well the windows insulate everything. That's like a proper test of the insulation. But yes, enough meta commentary. We are out of refined metal. That's true. Yeah, we literally don't have any left for building because we used it all for conductive wires. Our Iron Volcano will activate in 15 cycles. So, what do we do when we need to refine metal and we have no power? Well, let's just make copper. We don't... Okay, well, first of all, we don't have a lot of copper ore, so that's fine. I think we do iron ore into iron. Now, what other metals do we have a lot of? Not many of any of these. Well, if we don't have many of these metals, I'm happy to transfer them over. Wolframite to tungsten? Probably not. We might want to keep the wolframite for later. Let's see how that goes. Oh, I can see a rainbow. There you go. It's all done. Right, remove you. We got the Shatter Flox. So now you could go up here because you're a little baby. But, yeah, that's fine. I don't mind the babies being let through. Although I don't think... Can babies jump downwards? I don't think they can. I've honestly not really thought about that one too much. Where's your hat? Oh, I don't care. You can keep your hat. That's fine. Babies generally can't jump. That's a very true statement for real life as well. Babies can't generally jump. If they can jump, then they should. They're going to be going places. Probably not the places they want to go because they don't have defined motor control yet. Right, we're still getting the research done. What are we waiting for? The radiation? That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, the good news is we can still print more duplicates because we actually have the Floxes for surplus food as well. So we should start considering that. I think long term what I will do is I will move the incubators out of here and maybe we'll have an omelette setup. We did that last time and that was pretty effective. Your body temperature is cold? Why do you have 9 in here? You should not have 9 in here. This dropper isn't working correctly somehow. I don't think... This is, if it's greater than 8, it opens both of these. I feel like, have we been dropping Floxes in here when we shouldn't have? I'm gonna wrangle you and put you up here again. These probably shouldn't count eggs. I don't think that was the issue, though. Yeah, babies can't jump. Confirmed. Hello, Old Boomer Bill. Enjoyed your aquatic DLC preview on YouTube. Thank you, yes. I enjoy making it as well. I wanted to reassure everyone that even though I'm not currently playing the DLC, we will play it at some point. Now, I think once we've grabbed all this debris, I'll grab this, these tiles as well, and then we can dump this Mercury on that Mercury. And I think that will eventually conduct enough on the surfaces that it should be fine. Maybe not. What I could do is I could build like a little channels so that it has to melt through the Mercury before it drops down. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll jump right into the Aquatic Pilot and DLC launch, but I might mix it into the World Gen. Yeah, that's another way of doing it. That does sound interesting. Right, wrangle one more. Okay, actually, you're happy this is alright now, so let's set this to 7. And then you should be alright. You should stop dropping Floxes now, which you are. That's good. Yeah, it's literally dropped down to 28 degrees in here already. That's good. Wow, I just watched like a... I watched a bolt of lightning go horizontally across the sky for like 2 seconds. I'm telling you about all of this because if we stop streaming suddenly, it's because I've died. I was thinking of using temperature plates to melt the Mercury, then remembered you don't want to have that many warm things. You don't have that many warm things. Well, they're all warm. I think we have a lot of things that are warm enough. We did kind of spend all the refined metal, though. This could be priority 9. You guys could do that. Everyone seems to currently be on downtime. Although I don't think everyone will be on downtime. The reality is we're having to do a lot of running on wheels at the moment, which is fine, because everyone does technically need athletics training. But we need to get out of this phase if we're going to do something productive with this colony. Yeah. Yeah, my room thermometer now says we're back in comfort territory. Instead of being wet territory. That's good. Yeah, earlier on it was 30 degrees and it was 60% humidity. It's not good. Oh, we have some mercury down here as well. We kind of let a little bit down here. You guys can sweep this up if you feel like it. Okay, that's fine. I mean, ultimately, we need you guys to grow up. That has to happen. Right, Maya, you can have building. That's good. Amari, you can have suit sustainability. I should probably put all of the metals on here. All the metals I'm planning on making anyways. Right, we have the botanical analyzer. Let's just put that down here for now. Then look at that one seed. How irksome. I could actually save some metal by moving this spine inwards. The asteroid you're playing on right now has ice caves with a lot of cinnabar, and feeding it to smooth hatches and feeding some solar panels with Merclams, so it's very free. Yeah, that's true. I wish smooth hatches just gave you 100% of the products. Like, maybe don't even make it all 100% refined metal. Like, have the other 25% use sand or something. But, like, the fact that you're losing mass with them compared to any other refinement method is sad to me. I think smooth hatches need some love. I'm glad that people are thinking about it with the new DLC because of the glow squids. stinging guys and creating squid ink every time they sting a guy. And then because smooth hatches have the most HP, that lets you get the most. Squid ink per critter. But that's kind of an edge case. 3 smooth hatches convert cinema to mercury faster than full mercury lamps use. Yeah, nice. Trickling 100 grams per second to the lamps. Yeah, it's still funny to me how with the mercury lamps, the optimal thing to do is limit the mercury flow rate once it's up to power. We'll talk more about that later. If they buff smooth hatches, I'll be very happy. They're now a permanent part of my colonies. I think they should buff them. I think having them be less efficient for metal than a metal refinery makes sense, but like have that other mass be something else that you still want. Like sand is fine. I think I would probably do smooth hatches if they did sand as well. Okay, you guys have actually been doing this pretty quickly. That's the advantage of having lots of oxygen down here. Here's a fun fact as well. Spigot seals. So they produce bonbon tree seeds whenever they eat. But this also happens if they're eating sucrose. So if you don't have any bonbon trees, or if you don't have a lot of bonbon trees on your map, or you just print a spigot seal, as long as you have some sucrose on the map, you can actually get bonbon tree seeds for free, and a lot of them. It's very weird. Right, what we got? A pip? Well, we'll want a pip later, but I don't think we need one now. We got a mechatronics person. Probably don't need a skilled mechatronics Nisbet. I hate Nisbet. With a passion. Twinkle Toes Rancher. But can't dig. That seems fine. Ranchers don't need to dig. Yeah, we'll print nails. Nails can have farming, and then we'll get them to ranching. And then you can focus... Okay, let's make sure you don't dig. Oh, you can't dig. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, ranching, and then a little bit of researching, farming, building, those things. The rest of the mass gets turned into meat. Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's the advantage of breeding critters in general. But I feel like I never have any issues with meat long term. You just reach a point where food doesn't matter. Like, it's helpful early on, but the point is, smooth hatches are good early on. They're just not as good as a proper metal refinery setup later. That's the issue, is that they don't have any late game relevancy. I also think it'd be cool if there was a rusty hatch that made that did the opposite to smooth hatches. Like they eat refined metal from volcanoes and they turn it into metal ore for things that you need metal ore for. Okay, I think this is actually mostly there. You guys, oh yeah, you guys definitely can't climb around this side for anything else, so we'll wait one more cycle for that. Looks like we've only caught one of them at the moment, but this one's going to activate now. So, is anyone going to do this? Yeah, it looks like someone's going to do this. You crack 10 to 12 smooth hatch eggs every 2 cycles. The elderlies that die become barbecue. Yeah. Oh, I see what's happening. Even though the grooming is lower priority, May gets stun locked into it by the errand. That sucks. I wish that wasn't a thing. Right, in that case, let's make the green window 120 on all of these. The more, that means the more ranches we actually have, the less effective this timer trick will be. Yeah, you guys are doing alright now. I've been good saying mine to 100 green duration usually, but I think you're ranching a bit more than I tend to. Yeah, I kind of go crazy on them. Right, you guys are nearly there. Perhaps you didn't need to grab 30 grams of solid carbon dioxide. That may have been something you didn't need to do. Oh, also, I am going to get you to dig this way. We're going to go have a look over here. And then we're going to get in here, and then we're going to go down here, and then I'm going to have a look at all of this. Because I'm curious. And I imagine we'll probably just go like that for now. We probably don't actually need to melt any more mercury after this. This is going to be a huge amount, and I probably don't need to dump any more liquid in here. We'll dump the polluted water in here because we want to get rid of the polluted water. But that's fine. There's plenty of extra heat in the mercury now, I think. The ice is relatively warm too in the pool. It's this big lump of ice up here that I want them to deal with. I was quite impressed by Nisbet's trait combination. Skilled mechatronics with pacifist. Usually skilled dupes get a pretty bad negative trait. Yeah, but Nisbet is the bad negative trait. Nisbet is always causing chaos in my runs. I made a video about which duplicants I don't like, and I think it actually makes sense. That being said, they did update Ugly Criers. I kind of overvalued them in that video as a result. The duplicants tier list. Should I just dig this all out? If this guy's is dormant, I might as well just finish analyzing it, right? Okay, we can actually get in here and dig this now too. I'm not going to bother with that mercury. So let's go ahead and grab these, and then we can do the rest of this operation. I suspect what I'll do is I'll just let the mercury out here, and then we'll pour it all down. This ethanol also needs to go, which means this tree needs to go. Right, did we build the botanical analyzer? We did. So please do analyze these. Thank you. It's got unreachable food. Quinn. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. I think what we will do now is I will just put the ladders here so they can get through the mercury. Not really the best solution for the mercury, but it's a solution. And in the meantime, it's a bit of forced labor. Everyone loves a bit of forced labor. Oh right, dupes are different overjoyed stress reactions. Yeah, they all have unique combos. Well, not unique combos, but they all have different combos. So it is actually worth thinking about. This vent's dormant. I'm going to analyze it, A, for the databanks, and B, we might use it later. Maybe we just keep doing Albioveras forever. Oh, I know what we should do as well when we get more refined metal. We should set up mechatronics with all of the ice. That's what we should do. But that's going to require way more than we have command over at the moment. I think I am going to need you to turn iron into iron ore. Or iron ore into iron. At this point. Yeah, dig that as well. No one is coming to actually do this, are they? I think we're going to have to yellow alert these then. Hello, best loser Nacho. Hello, first time watching a stream, coming from YouTube series, love the content. Thank you. Yeah, no, I love Oxygen Not Included. Believe it or not, we've been playing it a lot. I must admit, recently, I've not been super satisfied with how Twitch has been going. But that's more because of life getting in the way than anything else. But I don't know, I'm just having fun. So this is a bountiful one, so it requires radiation, yields 100% more. Harvest duration plus 400%, requires light. That doesn't sound very useful. Okay, well, at least we know what it is. We will want to fertilize the Albioveras eventually, so they grow faster. But again, we have plenty of oxygen at the moment. If anything, we need more dupes at this point. I feel like I'm in a runaway cycle of printing more dupes again. But maybe that's alright on a run like this. Maybe that's alright considering we're trying to get it to the point where we're able to achieve our goals before doing the Aquatic Planet Pack. This bit is destructive and super productive. My favorite Overjoy response is Sparkle Streaker. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Right, you guys... Why did I think this was going to work? You have to build one here, too. Do I want you to keep digging down here as well? I could do this. I do kind of want you to keep exploring. There is actually a geyser here. I could get you to come have a look at that. Right, okay, that seems to work. 3 out of 4 of them are lullaby. That's good enough for me. Got 4 more Shatter Floxes in here. You guys are going to keep peeing yourselves. As long as you don't starve, that's fine. And then how are we going to get up here? Probably something like this. I just generally don't want to dig through the Mercury if I can avoid it. Yeah, let's see how that looks. You uncorked the CO2 vent? I did. We're just going to analyze it, and then we're probably just going to seal it up here. I want the data banks, and it feels relatively easy to do. Okay, you know what? That tile isn't going to be a problem. Right, our guys can actually escape now. That's good. You know what? I reckon there's not enough stuff here anymore. We need to worry about it. I think we're just going to let it settle. So what we will do is I will just get you to unplug this tile at first. Then that should melt the rest of this Mercury. Yeah, watch this. So Quinn is on the task. You'll have to see it. Now we're going to let all that Mercury drip out here. And that's going to immediately melt everything down here. Because Mercury is such a low heat capacity, it's just a little baby. And we'll see how that goes. I want it all to accumulate in here. There's no heat leaks on this abyssalite. So that's a worthy place to put it. You can, I think by the time we actually pour all this Mercury in here, it should actually settle down. Oh my god, this is funny. You do have air, so I think you will do this. Have fun. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's so cool in here now. The miracle of thermodynamics, although I am feeling a spot of rain. I think it's just the wind. It's not actually raining anymore. No, I can see drops. Okay. Back it goes. Maybe that would be alright. I don't think. Well, in any case, that's a big blast of cool. Right. We don't need to worry about this. That's fine. So all this Mercury will start floating down here. Mercury is quite viscous, so I probably will need to do something with it. But this is somewhat hot. The rock is cold, so we probably don't want to deconstruct more of that than necessary. And so far the plan looks good. Let's speed it up again. Let's keep observing. Okay. There we go. They're all getting put here now. That's good. That is working correctly. So if you Banshee or Yoda dupes, was this trait introduced later? Yes, it was. Okay, there we go. All the Mercury's melted now. That's fine. That's going to wrap around the bottom. It's pretty conductive. This is going to keep melting. We can dump some more pee on it, worst way. But there will be a fair bit of Mercury left up here that we can dump on it as well. It's going to transfer some heat through these random liquids. We'll keep dumping more polluted water up here as well. And then we put it all in the volcano! Aren't you guys... Oh, wait. Oh, no. That is a dead dupe if I've ever seen one. There is air. There is air. Now, let's see. Mercury. There's nothing to build with. There's snow. Right. Hold on. Build a snow tile here. Freya did get the message. Okay, actually, this is fine. Build snow. There is air up here. You can breathe. You just need to actually get up there and breathe. Yeah. Freya's fine. Freya's fine. Good thing we had that snow. And then you can come back this way. The snow shouldn't melt. That should be fine. Okay, we can't dump Mercury here anymore. It's all leaking down here. How much is leaking down here? A little. A fair bit. Okay. Well, in any case, this is going to be the Mercury tank. So, put that there and then the Mercury can go here. Wait, are you out of snow? You are out of snow, but Devon's coming. Actually, you're not out of snow. Devon just felt like helping. Very good conditions for these dupes. Good. Then I think what I'll do is I'll get rid of this tile, and then that'll pour a load of Mercury in here. It is touching, but it probably won't touch forever. Right, you did manage to get over here. This looks like... Ah! Look, a polluted water vent. Okay, Pog. Thank you, game. That's good. Honestly. I'm going to be opening and shutting these windows all bloody day. I think I'm in the clear now. Right. How's this going? Yeah, still going well. Keep up the speed. We'll keep printing more dupes. We'll get more books installed. This could be iron. We'll just put 2 here because we'll need 2 either way. These do not need to be yellow alert. Let's make these priority 8. Do I have any meeps? I do have a meep. He is here. Meep. Meep the digger. Right, Mercury is now going here. All the Mercury. Hay has earned a skill point. Hay will get building. Everyone gets building. Now, there is some air over here, so let's dig this as well. And you can come analyze that. Meat is the fan bus. Cool. Okay. Alright, let's go find meat. The fan bus. There we go. Have fun. Got some pips in here that glum, that's fine. So we need a conveyor rail to deliver the books. These are not overlapping, that is going to irritate me. So that can go... Do not build it out of friggin' Mercury. This is why we must dump the Mercury at high priority into the chamber. This is all melting now because it's all coming down here. That's the exact effect we wanted. I'll tell you what, let's put a little snow tile here. Then we can get this last little bit, but it's all melting. It's fine. It's fine. It's a good thing the dupes don't get mercury poisoning. That's always what I think when we're doing this. Oh, that means you can't actually get in here now. Well, that means I'm gonna do this. We're gonna melt this all a little faster. I'm beginning to think you guys can't reach the end. So I'm going to have to tell you to stop doing this. Yeah. That is a futile task if I've ever seen one. Now, there's loads of air down here, so I think what we need to do is we need to go up this way, and just to check, there is no heat leak there. Good. So, how about you go like this, and then you go like this. There you go. Yeah, these guys are fine now. All the Mercury is floating down here. This should melt on contact with everything pretty soon, maybe? Maybe not. There's not a lot left here. At this point, it's mostly the polluted water coming down and helping, which is fine. Yeah, there's not much else that's going to happen with this melting, so I'm going to have to sort something else out for that. That's probably a temp shift plate job if I've ever seen one. We got meteors coming in. Okay. Interesting. Where are we up to? We got 4. Yeah, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. I think we're just gonna speed 1 it. I think I need you to not dig there. And I need you to come... Oh, I see. I need you to come in here. Like that. When you're fine. Right, most of the Mercury is melted now, except for these little 2 bits. That will do. So what we'll do is we'll set up the pump here. And I think what I'll do is I'll enable auto bottle on this. And we'll get all of this Mercury out of here, because this is all just still melting, apparently. Oh, right. Stop storing Mercury in here. That would help, wouldn't it? Great. Yeah, good. Good. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, you seem fine, Nicola. Nicola, you can have building. There you go. You can just prioritize building for now. Other stuff later. Yeah, and I guess what we'll do is we'll just get dupes to dump a load of the Mercury up here, and then eventually this level will top out, and then it'll be good. Do I watch other Oni creators? I do. I don't have a lot of time, but I do occasionally. I've mostly been watching... I mostly watch Willow Rainey when she's on, just because she streams at a convenient time for me, and she's a lovely person, and there's usually interesting things going on. She likes to play with Twitch integration a lot. And I like to watch her play it, because I don't want to play Twitch integration at all. I think it would annoy the heck out of me. So I live vicariously through her on that. Bad choice? Yeah. There. Okay, I think this will be fine. So, I don't need to necessarily worry about this for now, unless I'm planning on putting the Mercury power plant up here. That seems like a bad idea. But then again, I don't know where else I'm going to put it. I think I decided I was going to set it up near the brain machine. Is that a good idea? Probably not. You know what? I think I am just going to set it up here, because what else am I doing in this area? So let's see. Let's actually do a load of granite ladders here. I mean, what's actually in line with the base levels? Not that that matters. Let's do it here. Don't do those tiles. Leave that alone. That mercury is mostly melted anyway, so I'll just let that one go. Dig that. I'll put a ladder here, actually. That's what I'll do. And then we'll start building everything up here. Okay. It's so fun seeing how different people have different implementations. Yes, exactly. I'm generally pretty happy with most of my solutions, but it would be silly to completely discount everyone's opinions. Oh, you don't actually need to build these. That was just from my frame of reference. Also, the oxygen pipe. So, we did have a pump here. I think what I need to do is I need to move it somewhere else. We still have a bit of a polluted oxygen problem. What I'm actually tempted to do is just put some deodorizers somewhere. You know, actually, this spot might be a good spot. There's a little bit of polluted oxygen hanging out there. Maybe here. This might be a good spot for it. So what I'll do is I'll feed it up there, and then I'll just put a little loop in here, and then if it's... We did get the gas sensor, right? No, let's get the gas sensor. So that's in HVAC. I remember this one. We almost researched it. And we'll just get it to vent anything that's not oxygen. So that can have a not gate. That research should happen pretty quickly. You can remove this tile. Yeah, copy and paste these settings. This will eventually melt from the gas, even if the liquid doesn't come into contact with it, but I'm sure the liquid will come into contact with it. Also, I'm going to dig this, and I'm going to stick a tile. Just to make sure that the mercury doesn't get past this bit. Although, actually, I'm going to leave that one here. That's fine. Got a lot of people running around confused. Right, I'm going to tell you to stop dumping things in here as well. We no longer need that. And then you're building all these ladders, so I'm going to tell you to get rid of these bits. Those bits. And then we can start setting up the Mercury power plant. This is starting to melt now properly. Look at this! We're debris maxing, apparently. Yes, very good. It's so weird. Okay, good. I think the liquids are helping us out. Right, just very quickly. Gas pipe element sensor goes here. And then the gas vent goes here. I'm a moron. We are never going to have a situation where a gas vent works. Is there anywhere on this map where a gas vent would work? Probably only up top. Actually, it might work here if we actually made these airflow tiles. Yeah, maybe we'll give it a try. We have a lot of floxes in here now, that's good. We also have 27, we have 32 tons of wood. Good. Cancel these. What's the plan now? Where are you going now? Oh, you're trying to grab eggshell down here. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I need you to yellow alert these now. Event in 1 kilogram of mercury? Yeah, maybe. I don't like these tiles though anyways. They don't give the run speed bonus. I mean, neither do airflow tiles, but at least they're going to help us out. We have metal. This is fine. Yeah, that'll do. We've got a Shatter Flox. Good. Hooray! Glass be on the way. Keep sorting these guys out. Is this one just not working? Maybe not. Yeah, I think that will do. And then the wire can go here. I'm going to build a wire here as well so we can get rid of all of that wire. And then we want a conveyor loader for books. And then that conveyor rail is going to go... I mean, that can go through the bathrooms, it's fine, right? Although, I could just have it go up this way. Books. Here we go. And then that can go here. Maybe that incubator gets active during the ranch's downtime sleeping schedule. Yes, we need a couple of extra ranches. We are kind of skilling some up. And then we can put the auto sweeper here. That doesn't work because the building is there. Okay, get it. Well, I'll remove this plant then. That's fine. Thinking back, maybe the reason smooth hatches don't give Sanders critical excretion only supports one type of resource. Do dartles count because they give both chlorine and bleach stone? That is actually a good point. You're right, no critter behaves like that. Well, maybe... I mean, I get the feeling it probably doesn't make sense to do anything like that with smooth hatches. It'd be a bit weird if they pooped a liquid or a gas. Wait, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. We need to do it the other way around. So that needs to go here, because this is the tile that is relevant to that. So put you there, and then put the chute here. Yeah, okay. Set you to oxygen. So anything that's not oxygen gets purged. And then the power wire can go here. That'll do for now. Dartles have a secondary excretion thing, which might have been introduced specifically for them. Oh, by the way, I know I'm not making any more Sandbox Showcase videos. I did actually have some good ideas for new critter variants I want to see in the game. Like, I know I said that there weren't that many that I thought there were to do, but I came up with, like, a couple more than I thought. And now that we have the Aquatic Planet Pack as a reference, I know that my ideas aren't going to be redundant. So, I will probably do a video on that before the DLC comes out. Everything looks like Baku Rogers and I'm happy with it now? Aww. Wait, what do you mean? We got all of this stuff, that's good. Printing more guys. We'll need a wire down here, that's okay. That wire can go like that. And then we can remove all of this and get some refined metal back. I can also remove all of this. We're not actually doing that pump anymore. So any new innovations would be nice. Yeah. What I wanted to do with new critter variants is I wanted them to solve problems with the related DLCs that are kind of unresolved. Like, I wanted to make a phosphorite source for the prehistoric planet pack. I wanted to give something else to incentivize spigot steals a little bit. Although maybe that's irrelevant. Maybe that's not so relevant anymore. Stuff like that. Oh look, we've actually got an egg is hatched in here. Oh, that's good. You guys are going to get sorted out soon. We will go ahead and put glass in the list of materials here. So manufactured materials. We don't have it yet. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. Storage bin entombed. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Mercury is still dumping in here. I'm just getting you to shuffle all this mercury over here. That's fine. Barney, you're okay. You should be able to get up here now and dig this. So let's go ahead and dig this and analyze it. And then all the polluted water is... Actually, that's a good point. All the polluted water is currently going to drain down that way. So I probably need to make this a manual airlock. To make sure it drains into here with the mammoth. Yeah. Paku are useless to me now. You guys need to be breeding gulpfish for cooling. Or, tropical Paku for decor? I don't know. I'm adding a Jawbo variant. That's one thing I want to see. Another reason for Paku. Because at the moment, the main purpose of Paku is either to turn them into the variants and do the thing you want them to do, or to feed them to Jawbos. Because Jawbos don't accept the other aquatic fish. So, more Jawbo variants, I think, would be useful. They used to do it as lime. Yeah, but you can do poke shells now. We did a video about poke shells. And as far as I can tell, it should still work. I mean, there may be a different way of doing it, but I don't think it will be a worse... I don't think it'll be necessarily a better way of doing it. I'm just glad poke shells actually have a reason to exist now. Right. I think this is acceptable losses. This is a gigantic stockpile of mercury. We're never going to run out. So that means I could start building the actual power plant over here. Which means let's build some more ladders, and then I can figure out what I want to do. Because I'm probably going to want to demolish most of this. So go ahead and demolish that. Jawbos not eating other fish seems like a bug to me. No! I mean, maybe they'll make it cross-compatible, but like equally, I kind of hope they don't, because that's kind of the big incentive to keep Paku around now, isn't it? Like Paku, why not make the Paku the snack-sized fish for the Jawbo? And then the Paku variants are still useful. Maybe they should buff the tropical Paku, because just decor is probably not a good enough reason anymore. If you're not doing Jawbos, I don't think you would do Paku, unless you were looking to do Gobfish. And that seems a little too niche. Maybe, okay, you know what I think they should do? I think they should make tropical Paku desalinate salt water that they're in, and brine. Like just passively excrete it as salt. That would be a good enough change, I think, that I would be happy with the rest of the Paku nerfs. Although, a saltwater fish turning saltwater into freshwater feels a little bit counterproductive, but it would be amusing, at least. We have a lot of duplicates now, this is good. How is your scale growth going? Yeah, it's going alright. It's good. You can stop dumping polluted water in here. I don't think we need to dump any more in here either. So I guess we'll just let this all pour out of here. It's probably fine. Right, we're still waiting around for the Shatter Floxes to an extent. So... yeah, it's always 3 out of 4. That's good enough, though. In the next 10 cycles, our glass production will start to kick in. And if the dupes run out of things to do, I'll just rebuild all this as wood tiles. Right, so this needs to be dream journals. But I kind of want to print at least one more dupe first. And we're going to print in 0.4 cycles. I am going to have to move these out of here eventually. How are you doing? You're nearly done. I think when you're done, I'll move this stuff out of here and we'll make this the egg cracker bit again, because this is a lot of floxes. Okay, so Ari, you can have building. Everyone gets building. Right, I think the temperature is actually decreased enough now that I'm going to shut my door. There we go. I hear beeps. I'm sure they're fine. Yeah, get rid of these. Get rid of these. That's fine. Get rid of these three and these three. And this one and that one. And we can start planning it out. We might as well just have it here. I'm not sure how big we'll make it. Probably not huge. More fertilizer? Well, we actually have enough fertilizer, so we'll leave this at this time. Germ-resistant iron gut feels a little bit underwhelming, but we don't have a Higby. And they are a yodeler. So, probably Higby. You start with plumbing. It's pretty funny. Well, I'll give you... supplying. I'll give you the plumbing hat as well. Although, actually, I think we just need to leave them without the hats. Make sure that we know who they are. So, probably like that. You don't allow me to fertilize giant clams. For what reason I can't fathom. I don't think fertilizing clams makes sense. From a logical point of view. Right, now, the issue is, we want the sleepers. We want the sleepers to have reasonable athletics and also be somewhat useless. So they can actually still move around with their pajamas. So, let's see. Who's that gonna be? Let's go through the people one by one. Actually, no, we can go through on here, right? Yeah. So, we need people who aren't that trained up that have relatively high athletics and aren't filling essential roles. So probably suit wearers. So Devon feels like a good one to do. Okay, Devon can be a sleeper. Freya, no. Higby, yes, because they're new, I think. Although, actually, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe Higby needs to train up first. Higby can have the plumbing hat. Sleeper gym is also what I do. How does that work? Do they just run the gym in their downtime? Have they got sleeper builds? Let's see. Lindsay, I prefer not to. Max, no. Not Maya. Not Nails. Probably... maybe Neo. Possibly Ren, but Ren's the plumber. Definitely not Steve. The fan bus, I think the fan bus can be a sleeper. You train athletics using a manual generator gym to offset the pajama slowdown. Yeah. So that means... but they're sleeping most of the time to generate the books, right? They get to run on the wheel and sleep in a small area near the pod. Less party means athletics don't matter, and they train them to join the colony. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Trabaldo, I think, for now, but maybe we'll change our minds later. Turner, probably not. So we've got 3. That's not what I wanted. Well, Let's be a bit more neurotic about it then. Ada, you can go on sleep duty. I think we'll probably shuffle them around a bit after this, but just to get this started. Lindsay, I think it will be you. And then we need one more. It's probably not going to be May because she's a rancher. Who else is the rancher? Pay. May and Pay. That's a good combo. Probably not Nails. Could be Neo. We could make Neo a sleeper. We'll definitely change this later, but like for now, I think this will do. So everyone who is not wearing a hat gets to stay in here, and everyone else gets to bugger off. Let's see, the fan bus and Travel. Okay, and then Nails is cold for some reason. Yeah. We don't have a lot of wood heaters, if I'm being honest. We should put wood heaters everywhere now that we actually have plenty of wood. That would be a good idea. Haha. Hee. We'll put one here as well. There is one right next to the beds. They don't really have an excuse. Got one down here as well. Got one down there. I'll put one over here, because it's the researchy bit. We got one by that bit. I'm going to put a couple in here as well, because you still need to heat up a little bit. And then I'll put one over here, because they're currently building everything. And we want to heat up the Mercury. That's fine. Right, okay. That will do for now, and then let's start giving the... Where'd the pajamas go? Oh, they're here. We printed a spare set, so we need to assign these to people. But Travaldo is on the way as we speak. Yeah, you'll see what happens. So each set of pajamas gives them -8 athletics and -10% stamina per cycle. This is why we're giving them to duplicants with athletics, because otherwise it doesn't really make sense. And then let's keep going on people. There's a few people that we can give the other coats as well, and the pink unitard as well. That's funny. 7. Then probably one more for the fan bus. Lindsay, you didn't wear it. Oh, you're going to go recover from cold. Okay. Does the trait work on Boops? I don't know. I mean, Boops can't sleep, so they don't generate dreams. But the bonus, I'm not so sure. Right, that is everyone. I just need to check that you're actually coming. Right, and then you, priority 9. There you go. And then let's make the sleep-only schedule. So, add new schedule. Sleep. And then downtime in the morning. And then that can be... Travaldo. Fan bus. And this is just going to help with the popped eardrums. This is the main thing, because I know for a fact that we're just going to run a load of oxygen in here. Obviously, we know how to build electrolyzers properly. We do that all the time. I don't really feel like doing it. I know it's good, and we have a polluted water vent, to be fair, so it is on the cards now. I think what we'll do is we'll build the box space, and then we'll use the polluted water vent to heat up the box space, and then we'll run it through a sieve, and then we'll get everything working. Neo. Okay, that's everyone. Nicola, you're okay. Let's add the clothing to the list. So it's already on the list. Good. Warm coat. This can go to someone that isn't frostproof, which is Nails. And then Snazzy Suit can go to someone that is frostproof, which is Rowan? We'll see. No free chips then? Yeah. Maximum aptitude applies to boobs. Yes, we knew that. We knew that from all the other runs we've done. I like to make up stories by colonists. I did a Matrix playthrough of the Somnium for boop supremacy. Okay, you didn't get in the pajamas, so you have to go pick this up as a red alert now. Or a yellow alert. I'm gonna make it a red alert. Yeah. There you go. This is a good use of red alert, surely. Any other pajamas left? I don't think so. Don't do this. I'm just being lazy. Red alert gives them plus 50% stress per cycle. It's alright. It'll work out. Gone is the stigma of using red alert to just get the dupes to do what you want them to do. Right. I can't remember the last time I wore pajamas IRL. Well, I'm certainly not wearing them tonight. Good grief. Sorry, TMI. It's hot. To be fair, I usually just wear a t-shirt. And underwear. I mean, you guys probably figured out that I wear underwear. TMI! Right, okay. Everyone will come back once the morning's done. Yeah, that's the appropriate response from Zarek. That's good. We'll print 2 more dupes, and then we'll round everything out. Wait, who's got skills? Rowan, you can have decorating number 2. Oh, I printed Rowan just to go in the friggin' thing. Right, you know what? It's fine. I'll keep Rowan as a decorator. We'll need a decorator at some point, surely. Right, the Shatter Floxes are appearing. We have glass. It is a fantastic occasion. This will start to multiply rapidly. So, I think this means the next thing to do is probably just extend this downwards. This is working properly now as far as I can tell. We're ending up with too many Floxes in here, though. So, what I need to do is I need to make this a mechanized airlock and that a mechanized airlock. Okay. Probably not the most efficient thing in the world to alternate it like this. Also, this pump needs to be over here. And I should probably get you to stop rock crushing iron ore now. So, let's see. 2 of each is probably a good plan. Last time we did a lot of pincher peppers and we did a lot of brackene. I don't think... I mean, we could start multiplying up the sleetweeds and turning that into brackene. That's a good plan. Okay, people are here. People are making books. They are cold. Does that matter? Not really. They're never going to run out of stamina, are they? By the way, this task does not get a lit workspace bonus. It's very sad. But obviously that makes sense. Right, before we let this get out of hand, let's put the mechanized airlocks here. And then... yes, that will need a wire. Although, actually, now that I think about it, you know what, I'll have these be undecorated Shatter Floxes, and then they'll lay more Flox eggs. I'm just enjoying experimenting with that, to be honest. We'll see what happens. We are actually kind of at a spot where we could just do everything out of wood tiles, if I'm being really honest. Maybe we'll do that later. Go. This needs to be done first, and then the rest of it can follow. And then this is going to go down here. This automation wire goes in here. Actually, that can go all the way there. That's fine. And then this one goes into an OT gate here. Then that one goes up like that. Eternal Torments. If I did, nyctophobic dupes would be ideal for it. Yeah, true. Yeah, that is true. That would actually be worth doing, I think. Yeah, let's see how that goes. We should start to have enough Shatter Floxes doing this. This also means I should actually remove these incubators now. So that will save some resources. Don't do that. I think we can get rid of all of this now as well. Then we can put some egg cracking stuff in here. Although that does mean I'm going to have to send this wire up here, but that's okay. And then that pump isn't doing anything, so that's fine. Loud sleepers could also work for lit sleeping spaces. What? Excuse me. Do we have books? Yes, we do have books. So we can add them to the list. Bedtime reading. At least the fan bus is cool. Yeah, you're frostproof, aren't you? Yeah. Fantastic. Looks like Devon is fine. Looks like Ada is fine. Yeah, because they can't have... Oh, I see what the issue is. They can't actually have a warm coat and pajamas at the same time. Loud sleepers don't get woken up by light? True. That's weird. I know. I remember you telling me that. It's still very weird. Why is that? Is it just an oversight? I'm beginning to think we need... We'll swap out the 3 shiverers. That's what we'll do. That makes sense. And we'll swap them out for the frostproof dupes once they get enough athletics. Although I don't know. Actually, perhaps the alternative is true. Perhaps we should have them all be suffering, because it's not actually going to matter too much. Well, we'll see. Right, this glass should accumulate somewhat quickly. So we've actually got the Shatter Floxes. They will produce 60 kilograms, and that's every 6 cycles. So it's 10 kilograms per cycle per Shatter Flox of glass. So if we have 16, that'll be 4 solar panels every 5 cycles. Yeah, that's good. So we probably don't need more than 2. Let's get rid of all of the automation wire here as well. And the regular wire, for that matter. Yeah, you can get rid of all that as well. And then we need to set up the actual egg cracking situation, because I'm not having all these floxes hanging out here forever. I'm happy to have, like, probably 5 or 10 reserve floxes. And then we egg crack the rest. Because A, it's more calories. And that is relevant because we're pushing the calories that we've got now. And B, although actually, I believe the constraint is the pike apples. So let's actually, if I do this. Oh, I also want the auto sweeper here so that we can actually deliver to the friggin' Weezewarts. That should go there. That's fine. And then we'll put some more pike apples over here. We have a good amount of phosphorite. That ladder can go. Actually, no. That ladder can stay. We could also do some mechatronics for the food growing, because we know that we're going to keep this in a stable situation. The only thing is, some of the pike apples are going here, and some of them are going here, and we have a lot of dupes. So maybe I don't worry about that for now. I probably won't let it get in the way of what we're doing. The main reason I'm doing it for the phosphorite is so the dupes don't get irradiated. If you see me trying to clip something, I'm trying to rewind to see if I can see what traits the fan bus has, but I don't know how to Twitch. Well, I mean, you could have just asked me. Frostproof, small bladder, unempathetic, destructive, sparkle spreaker. Apparently, the fan buses... Oh no, it's the fan bussy. Have a face only a 2-ton printing pod could love. The fan bussy. For real, no cap. Cool. Right, how are the books going? Books are getting loaded into the building. They're charging up. This will be good. This will make everyone more productive. Once this is running as well, the athletics penalty gets partially mitigated. You get +5 athletics and -8 for the pajamas. What we'll do is we'll dispense 3 more sets of pajamas, because whenever the dupes remove the pajamas, it actually destroys them. But then we'll get the 3 frostproof dupes off of here. And then we'll have it all be shiverers. So the fan bus will actually get to move on. The snow melted, that's fine. I like how we got all the little spigot pups now. Also, George, we have a load of tallow from the friggin... Why did I put dryer in here? This is a deep fryer. We have all the tallow from the friggin' spigot seals now. So we gotta make something that's good enough for George. Are any of these good enough for George? Fish taco is... Shellfish tempura. Okay, so this is not going to solve the issue. Also, we don't have fish. That is very sad. Oh, we got a mammoth, eh? It's more reed fiber. I don't know, I don't really care. I like how the dupes are referred to by, like, collective pronouns. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, crush those mammoth patties. This should be a mechanized airlock as well, in case we want to add more floxes. This room is one too large at the moment, but that's okay. So copy that setting. That setting's fine. We'll need to add more wires over here. It's fine. I do want to do Bammets. Here's what I think we're going to do for Bammets. I think we may pip plant plume squashes. We can grow some to start with the ethanol we've got. If we're thinking of getting rid of the ethanol, which we might be. This is plenty of ethanol for volcano cooling. We'll get some Bammets going, so we can get some reed fiber for the rest of our construction. But that won't happen just yet. And then we'll get some... Yeah, and then that'll be the loop. I don't really want to use the ethanol distillers, because we're already making way too much carbon dioxide with the geyser. And I don't mind it, because we're going to add more alveoveras and more dupes. But I don't want to be generating even more carbon dioxide than this, especially because we've got the vent up here we can use as well. We're almost done analyzing this. Oh, you can carve this as well. Now, lumen quarters. I haven't been thinking about these for a while. Is there anywhere else I want lumen quarters? Possibly. That does not need to be a planter box. That can be a ladder too. In fact, if I do this, you can actually get up here. So I'll let you do that. And then, I don't think we're changing this layout. So I'm going to drywall all of this as well. Not all of that. Thank you. Right, so this needs to go here. And then I'm going to need to wrangle you guys again. And priority 9 this. And then let's print another dupe. You're not very good. No, we'll leave you. Let's print the mallow seeds. There's a few drywall pieces missing from the bottom row. Yes, there are. That's fine. None of these tasks are sped up by light, so we don't need to worry about this. I have got to sort something out here, though. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up a egg cracker and a grill. And I will put a thing here as well. So let's see. That can plug in there. Those can go. Lumen quartz. Let's click around for lumen quartz. Oh, wait, that one. We don't need that one there. Relocate that here. I'm going to yellow alert this because they don't seem to bother otherwise. And then we will only activate the egg cracker if we have over 10 critters in here. I feel like 10 is a reasonable buffer. People have been asking about this. They did change egg crackers to work like this. Now, obviously, the issue is, if we need to replace more than 10 critters at once, then we'll have a backlog. But the flox eggs don't hatch. What happened here? Door shenanigans, probably, right? I'm gonna yellow alert this too, then. Why did that happen? Probably something involving wrangling, right? Oh, we need the conveyor rail to go up here as well, so that can go here. Okay. Sure. And then you are going to be set to flox eggs. Regular flox eggs. And then what I'll do as well... Yeah, maybe I'll just have all the grills in here. We'll set these to barbecues and stuff as well. And then what I'll do is I'll put another one in here and set this to Shatter Floxes. And I think this is all behaving properly. Okay. Right, we can remove this, we can remove this. Remove that. Ladders. And then I'll be ready to start doing all of that. Yeah, you're analyzed. You're a pretty weedy polluted water vent, but a polluted water vent is still a polluted water vent, so that's fine. But yeah, for now, that polluted water should all drain into here pretty quickly. Oh, there's a mammoth. Wait. There's a random mammoth we can actually grab, so that should go in one of these rooms. Wait. Because that's literally free reed fiber. If we can get in here. So that can go there, that can go there, and then you can do this. But then that means you'd actually have to go around this. Don't be a twit. Don't be a twit. Ladder here. And then, because we're going to let all the polluted stuff drain into here, we can dig this up like that. And I'll put a ladder in here. Then here. Yeah, go ahead and do that. I was about to ask what the airlock is for. Yeah, we'll lock this when this starts erupting, which will be in 18 cycles. Very calculated plan. The duplicates are all doing the suffocation shuffle, apparently. I'm very glad they're fixing this. What's going on with the... Oh, right, that's what's going on with the air. It's not able to get out of this bit. Okay, let's keep digging this up, then. That's fine. In fact, let's priority 9 that dig to make sure that actually happens. Because, yeah, at the moment you're just on the quest for no oxygen. When I do the suffocation thing, I just force them to move into oxygen. Yeah, but you can't do that all the time. Right, I think this is the last book. Yeah, we actually did it. We actually caught the last book. Or not the last book, but like, you know what I mean. Higby's really having a rough go at it, isn't he? It will be better once we have the brains online, trust me. Ba-ba-da-ba! The brains! It's the brains of the operation. This is, we don't normally get it running this early. Meeting the initial quota of dream content analysis has triggered a surge of electromagnetic activity that appears to be enhancing performance of duplicates everywhere. This applies on other asteroids too. That is what makes this so useful if you have a big colony. You get stress reduction on every single asteroid. Makes colonizing a breeze. If we can keep it fueled with dream journals, perhaps we'll continue to reap this benefit. Maximum aptitude mode. Let's get it. Good. Now everyone's faster. Oh, wait. I've realized what the problem is now. You're actually trapped up here. Why? Wait, why? Why? Oh, a tile here. Okay, you know what? Get rid of that. Stop that being a thing. These poor dupes. In fact, I'm going to yellow alert that. There you go, have fun. Okay, well that's good. We just crushed 40,000 calories of egg, so let's set up omelets. Omelets and... barbecue. Then you are going to be set to Shatter Flox eggs. Yes. And then you're going to be, if you're... send green signal if above 10. If above 9. There you go. Okay, that's good. So, I'm just going to put some tiles here. We're going to remove this power wire, because it's annoying me. But, we have glass production. We have enough for nearly 1 solar panel. So the next thing to do is the Mercury. But we've got to sort this bit out first. Because at the moment they're just running around doing nothing. Let the oxygen flow. It's mostly just these bits here that we should have done. That can wait, that's fine. Right. Okay, so... while we're waiting for the dupes, let's load up the video. And I'll post a link in chat like I usually do. Actually getting dark. Good. Here you go. Here's the video. We did something very slightly different on the last run that we did with Ceres stuff. We forked the pipes instead of using a load of valves. I think I am just going to use a load of valves, though. Because we have the space, and I wasn't happy with the 50-50ing because it was causing... every time we built a pipe segment, it didn't load it properly. That was the most annoying thing ever. Now, what I did last time was, or what I did in the video was, I put the solar panels underneath, and I put the actual tank for the Mercury on top. But we probably don't need to do that this time. We do, in fact, have enough glass for solar panels now. Well, a solar panel. So let's see. Where exactly am I going to stick this? I do want to leave a little gap. So I think what I'll do is I'll move the ladders down here and we'll build the solar panels along this row. There are 22 tiles in this gap. So what we'll do is we'll do 3 solar panels. And these are going to be fully powered, which means they're going to be generating around 1.2 kilowatts of power. We could actually go up to 5 if we really felt like it. The thing about this is it's good for baseline power generation. But because you're drip feeding the mercury in at a specific flow rate to maximize your mercury efficiency, it's kind of slow to power on and off. So you want this running in the background and your variable ones top it up. So perhaps what we do for now is we build 3, but we only run 1. And then we gradually turn the others on as we get that much baseline load. And this is basically to replace the duplicates running on the wheels. And then after that, we can sort out the hydrogen. Because we will need a proper infinite storage for that. So I think what we'll do is we'll remove all of these. Yeah, and you guys are at the point now where you're building all of this. That's good. Yes, everything's going to run much quicker now. The other thing is, so the fan bus, you are going to be promoted. So, unequipped clothing, unequipped clothing, unequipped clothing. And then we're going to get 3 more people involved. So the fan bus, Devon and Ada. Let's see, so sort by name. So Ada, oh, hold on. Ada, you get your hat back, which is the farming hat. Devon, you get... I mean, I gotta give you the supplying hat, that's fine. And then the fan bus, you get... you get the digging hat. And the athletics is not going to matter so much anymore. So we're just going to pick the most useless dupes now. Which will be Nails. Although Nails is a rancher, so I think probably not Nails. Max. It could be Max. I mean, Max is kind of the chef, though. That would be unwise. It would be Higby. It's got to be Higby. So Higby's getting pajamas. And then who else is getting pajamas? Devon. Oh, it's the frostproof ones. It's the frostproof ones. Hold on. We gotta check if Higby's frostproof. I doubt it. No, okay, that's fine. So, let's keep looking. More useless dupes. Not Nails. Nicola. What about you, Nicola? Of course, you're right at the bottom of the list. Yeah, Nicola can go. And then... Rowan. Yeah. Okay, so this means I need to dispense 1 more. And we need Rowan to have it. And Devon, and then Higby. And then I need to switch the schedule out so you guys... Wait. No, not Devon. Higby. So you go back to the copy schedule. Higby goes in here. You go back to the copy schedule. Rowan goes in here. And you go back to the normal schedule. And then... Who's left? I feel like this would be almost impossible without the hats. Nicola. Okay. So Nicola can have a hat. Or Nicola can have that. Higby can have this one, and then Rowan is going to have that one. But, predictably... Oh, they're not all asleep. Well, are you actually going to go do this then? No? I'm going to red alert it then. That will get you all to wear your pajamas. It actually does. This is funny. This is actually a case where I think red alert makes sense. Because usually when you set them to this schedule, it doesn't work. Oh, we're out of dream journals. Lol. Okay, that didn't work so well. Wait, how are we out of dream journals? Guys? Well, that wasn't a good plan. You were supposed to have dream journals when you were running around like this. Right, turn it off. Wait, are people manually delivering to this? They should not be manually delivering to this. Do we need another person? We could get one more sleeper, just to make sure it goes smoothly. Are the dream journals getting interrupted by this? By the interrupted sleep? You can yell at the equipped clothing. It doesn't work when they're trying to sleep, though. That is an issue. Well, I'm gonna have to keep investigating that. That's okay. We'll do that gradually. Right. Solar panel here. Each solar panel gets 2 lights. And it doesn't matter what tiles we have. These could just be normal tiles. So, granite. I'll probably actually just leave gaps for airflow. That's probably fine. And then, yeah, each one gets 2 lamps. That's enough to generate the power. So these are made out of metal ore. Wait, is this a 5 high gap? No, it's not. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then we need to do the valves. So the pump is going to go in here. And we're going to set the hydro sensor. I'm going to set the hydro sensor in here. That is going to go here. Obviously the temperature doesn't matter. This pipe is going to go up here. And then I can remove all of this. Because we definitely don't need that anymore. And then it's just valves. Oh, okay, if it's just valves, we can feed the valves under here, actually. That's probably fine. So what we did in the video is... Oh, right, we have a gap for light sensors. Do we have the light sensor? We do. Okay, that's good. So what are these for each? Wait. Oh, you need glass for the light sensor. That's true. Okay. We'll build those in a minute, then. Basically, what I need to do is I need to have 2 valves. One that's constantly running with a drip, and one that's activated. And then feeds into the pipe. So what we'll do is we'll come down here, and we'll do it like this. The pipe material I don't think really matters too much. This should not be insulated pipe. I don't know what the plan was with that. Yeah, don't worry about that pipe actually. You can remove that. Oh, we're almost up to cycle 100. That's good. Yeah, something like that. And then what we'll do is we'll have the liquid valves, so... Have that set to 65, had this set to 65. What the main thing is, the shutoff needs to deactivate here. Cycle 100. We did it. The shutoff needs to activate before this, because we don't want any... That's going to lead to a little bit of a lag on this, but that's fine. I think. If we have the lag afterwards, it will dump it in too quickly. Actually, that's probably fine, right? If we have it dump in. Because then it will fill it up for a little bit in a burst, and then we can let the rest of it trickle in. Yeah, maybe we put the shutoff at the other end then. Okay, that's fine. Okay, hold on. So in that case, what we'll do is we'll have the shutoff for the optional one on each bend. And then the liquid valves will go here. Yeah, that'll do. And then we can just fit it in this nice little neat bit here with all the volcanoes. It does occur to me that if we're actually going to use these volcanoes, then I'm going to have to get rid of this. But I imagine what we'll do is we'll set up a build for this magma volcano and get that running. This is a pretty weedy one. This is a decent one. This is a good one as well. So if we do a volcano tamer, then we'll set it up here. The main thing is, I think doing the heat pump just makes more sense than doing the volcano tamer. It's simpler, it requires less materials, less can go wrong, it's more power. The main reason we would do the volcano tamer is for rock production. And I don't think we need rock production. Well, we'll see. So, let's see. We want the shutoffs to be independent of all of this, because it's going to be powering... It's going to be powering that. Now, that means I'm probably going to need to build a conductive wire over here, doesn't it? You should pump the magma into the geothermal power plant. We've done that before, to make space materials. I don't think that's a priority on this run. I'm going to get you to make iron again. We will do a proper metal refinery at some point, but there's plenty of iron ore to dig up, so I'm not worried. Let's just actually get it done. We have 63,000 calories of omelets. Okay, this means I need to tell everyone to stop consuming berry sludge. We'll do this until all the omelets are eaten. We've got a frost-proof farmer. That's good enough for me. Nisbet, you are now a farmer. Congratulations. Ren, you can have farming as well. We have no shortage of alveoviras, so this is fine. Would it make sense to put a few sconces by the plant area? There's oxygen here. I think we're alright. Maybe. They shouldn't need to do manual labor here very much later. Oh, do you mean here? There's plenty of oxygen here. How are you looking? You guys aren't breeding. You have 10 in here. Well, that's because we have 2. Oh, don't put the flock swans there. Okay, let's relocate you here. Relocate you here. We shouldn't have Shatter Flox eggs in here. We don't. This is some kind of mistake. We haven't accidentally automated this door, have we? No. Yeah, we shouldn't have any more Flox eggs because you made all the omelets. I think it would actually make sense for us to put mechatronics in here to shift the meat. The edibles should go down here. Great Halls are communal now, so I think we can actually still get away with 2 Great Halls. Am I just going to dump the omelets in here like this? Maybe. This is not metal efficient, but I'm going to do it anyways. There you go. Just half and half the omelets in these rooms, and then the dupes don't have to go and fetch all the omelets. Dig that out, please. Why aren't you growing? Fertilizer. Oh, right, the ice. We do have to deliver the ice. If we have refined metal, that is important. So let's go ahead and do that. We don't really have refined metal. We'll get more when the volcanoes erupt again. The iron volcano is going to erupt soon. Yeah, so that's good. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like you to just dip straight in the ethanol, please. So I'm going to dig this out. I'm going to get you to clear out all this debris. And then we're just going to insulate this and let the iron drip out, I think. There is oxygen here, but that should be fine. Especially if I do it like that. Yeah, then the iron can drip in here. This can pick up the metal. This should be set to any refined metal. Yeah. And then that will recirculate it until it's cold enough. Oh, and then I need to dump it here so that we actually... Yeah, that chute needs to go here, so we don't just recirculate it, and then that will do. Okay. Let's actually put it up here. Then I can just build everything right away. There you go. Yeah, go ahead and do that. This is definitely not running properly. I will add one more sleeper, but I'm not overly happy. We should end up with a load of berry sludge stored up again. And if we're making extra pike apples, I will get you to make pike apple skewers down here. That's probably fine as well. We have a lot of farming tasks going on now. What's going on here? Oh, right, the pipes. Okay, so you built all the valves, so these all need to be set to 65 grams per second. Each lamp takes 130 grams per second. But that's to charge it up. To keep it at the same level, you only need half of that, which is 65. That's why we're doing the 2 different things here. We can hook this up with one pipe. And then this can go here, and then that can go there. And what this will do, this will build up a little bit of mercury in this pipe when this activates, but that's fine, because that will drag out slowly. It will dump it all in here at once, and then there'll be enough of a buffer on this that it'll be okay. Right, we've got more glass. Let's build solar panel number 2. Lindsay, you can have digging. You can have a hat. Congratulations. In fact, I'm going to give you the building hat. Nicola, you can have construction. Wait, no, not Nicola. Well, you can have the skill point, but not the hat. I'm a fool. I need to stop giving hats to people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Devon, can have suit sustainability. I've done this a little bit differently each time. Mostly just because I want to experiment with ideas. Could rename the sleeper dupes? Maybe. I mean, maybe if I fully commit to that, it's probably fine. What's up with you? I see what the issue is. They are actually using the recover from... They're actually interrupting their sleep to recover from cold. Well, that's clearly not going to work. Okay. So it has to be frost-proof dupes, so we have to heat them up. Like, properly. I mean, we're planning on making this a box base eventually, but for now, I don't think that's good enough. So let's actually just get the 6 things from here. We'll go for it. Yeah, because if you're here and you're not doing a yellow bar, then that's no good. But actually, I think you are still doing it. So long as you've got the dreamy bubble, you're fine. But I can see that half of you aren't doing this. Oh, wait. Oh, I see what the issue is now. Nicola. Okay, so Higby goes up here. Nicola goes in here. And then Rowan goes in here. Okay, that was part of the issue. Admittedly. And then maybe for now, I'm just going to put a heater up here. Although what I could do is I could put it in the middle. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Yeah, no, I'm going to put a wood heater in the middle. That will probably help enough. I just don't want the friggin' frostproof dupes sleeping. That feels like a big waste. At least this way we don't have to do a load of pajamas again. Oh, Lindsay, you weren't supposed to do this task. Right, wood heater here. So, right. Let's try this again. Higby. Who's next? Travaldo. And, yeah. Okay, this should work better, because now you're all right next to the heater. And the CO2 can drain. Maybe I should put an airflow tile in here just to make sure the CO2 drains. That'll do. Right, so now you guys are all building over here. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to come up the surface to breathe anyways. I probably needed to put a ladder down here as well. I'll tell you what, if I do this, I think you should be able to reach everything, right? Okay. You know what? Let's actually put a sconce over here. Let's put a sconce over here. Just one. Although maybe, actually, instead of that, let's just put a ladder over here and then I can get up here and breathe it in. I could have also made airflow tiles here. I don't think that'll be necessary. Who's scolding? Oh, right. Yeah, true. You're gonna have to replace this then. Okay, that's fine. And then the iron will eventually float down here, right? You need to grab this obsidian. And then the iron should start dripping down here, right? Did you never actually deliver that friggin' lumen quartz? No, this is the wrong lumen quartz. Okay, the wrong obsidian. Okay, that's fine. Well, the good news is we're getting more iron again. Did we grab that other mammoth? No, okay. Grab you, please. Can activate in 14 cycles, that's okay. So the automation on this is a little bit fiddly. We need to do it with light sensors, and they need to have buffers and a few things like that. I'm going to put a triage cot... You know what, I'll put some triage cots here for now. That's fine. Actually, triage cots should be in the CO2 zone, right? They shouldn't be somewhere where people are actually breathing. Oh, I don't care. I'm just going to put them here. Wait, multiple... What? Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that was a bit of an oversight. Admittedly. So you can't get to these ladders. So you do that, then you'll be able to get to all of these ladders. That's very funny. And then the lamps, so the solar panels. These will definitely generate enough power to run these, so we should just hook this all up with wire, right? Like this. Then come down here. I mean, ideally the shutoffs should be independent, but I think I'm just going to connect them for now anyways. Because we're going to hook this up to the main grid. I don't think there's any point being super precious about it. How's this going then? Yeah, you've got plenty of eggs. How many guys in here? This is the correct amount of guys. That's good. Good. Yeah, glass is doing well. We haven't got long commutes anymore. That's weird. More research for Barney. Ada can have research as well. I think this is working okay now. So long as it stays afloat and it doesn't discharge, then I'm happy with that. Right, you are going to be just the barbecue and the omelette. Then you're going to go here. Yeah, the aluminium is still hot. You know what? Just try and analyze it again, please. We will geotune it eventually, so why not? I'm going to empty and refill this as well. I mean, so long as you're only occasionally kind of scolding, I think that's probably good enough. I could have actually moved the lumen quartz there. That might have been a good idea. We gotta relocate. We gotta sweep this granite out of here too. Any more materials? Yeah, these can all be flooded. That's not an issue. Ladders will be put... Wait. Why are you all scolding now? Ah. Yeah, okay, I get it. Alright. Put that back. There is definitely a better plan than this. Yeah, what I need to do is I need to make it so they don't... So the iron just drips down here. Yeah, no, I know. This is just a half-baked plan. You know, let me build the actual ladder, please. If I do it like that, then it should be in mid-drip when we start doing this, and then that should work better. Right? I don't know. This is definitely a half-baked plan. Okay. Oh, you're scolding here? Because there's not enough atmosphere. I see. Okay, well, maybe stop building stuff out of iron then. This is bad. Okay. All right. Sleep wheats in this economy. Maybe a proper doctor, but you're a nyctophobe. I'll put the sleep wheats. It's all good. Okay, how about you build solar panel number 2 now you can get under here? Loot? Let's have a look at the loot. What we got? Socks? We already have socks. It's not an issue. Did we cool any iron down? No, none of it's actually dripped out here yet. I think what I'll probably do is I'll do that as well, and then I'll put a ladder here. And then I think that will be well insulated enough that it will be alright, but we'll see. I know this is a very stupid plan, but I just want to see if it works. You're analyzed, you're going to erupt in 24 cycles, that's fine. Aluminium stays here, I ain't doing the same with that. What we could do is we could get it to drip down this side. That's kind of funny. I'm actually quite tempted to do that. You know what? We're going to do that, then put the ladder in here. And yeah, you guys can do that for now. I will probably dig this material as well. That should be fun. Will the ladder melt? Maybe. And then what we'll do is the same thing. Except that was the wrong... Oh, the neutronium's on the wrong side. Okay, well, you know what? That's fine. We can do it like that. Like this, maybe. And then it can come down like that. And then we can come grab all of this debris eventually. This bit is still scalding, so I guess that makes sense. Okay. Healing collects. Yeah, that's fine. I do want more liquid to go in here for now. It's fine. You are probably going to scold at some point in here. We'll see. Then the glass will keep getting produced passively. So these things are already, so... Wait, why aren't you activating? Oh, right. This needs to be set to above 7. Yeah, let the guy through, please. Thank you. And we can fit something else in here as well, but that will be stuff for later, I think. Amari, you can have exosuit training, good. Igby, you can have supplying. Blue beans. Right, this is working. So the iron is building up in here, it's melting, it's pretty well insulated. This oxygen is not actually heating up, so... Wow, this is actually working! Because the liquid is just not very conductive with the oxygen here. I mean, it's probably not going to work forever. Yeah, this is your issue now. Okay, you don't actually need to do that, that's fine. So, presumably, we should be able to do the same thing here and have all the stuff just drip in here. Yeah, iron is dripped down here. Auto sweeper is not working. Why not? Because people are picking up the iron. Oh, this is set to sweep only. Okay, there we go. And then now the iron will get on here, and that'll get cooled down in the ethanol. Okay, so that should work for the iron, and that should work for the aluminium, and we should be able to geotune this. And eventually all of the ethanol will boil and we'll be in trouble. But this will work for a long time. Famous last words. Right, there's a lot of mercury down here as well. You should sweep this up, probably. Liam earned a skill point. Liam is going to be building. Okay, calories are staying pretty steady. Berry sludge is accumulating. I will actually eat the rest of these floxes, because we have enough floxes now. Maybe not all of them. Maybe we eat half of them. I think all of these Shatter Floxes are on the same schedule. So we're going to have to wait for our next lot of glass again, but that's fine. Eggs are accumulating. I'm not going to worry too much about the eggs accumulating. Automation wire, that can go here. I'll make this out of aluminium. The obvious... Oh, right, hold on. We need the light sensors. Still waiting for glass then, that's okay. I guess speed 3. How's the thing doing? Not great. Perhaps one more person? I don't know, maybe this is working. Maybe I could lower their downtime and that would work. Yeah, you're dormant. That's probably a good thing at the moment. Right, we also need to get the mechatronics of this ice going. That's not really negotiable, but... I want to wait a little bit longer. Until we accumulate more metal. Now, phosphorite heating is something we could do. Do we want to do this with our self-powered setup? Or... do we just want to bodge it? Kind of tempting to bodge it. Because what we could do is we just shove it in here, and then there's a load of phosphorus gas, and then we could let the gas condense. Maybe. In any case, we do have... Okay, I think I know what we're going to do. We have 20 tons of phosphorite in this bin, right? I know this is going to be a bit silly. I'm going to relocate you to the iron volcano. And to do that, I'm going to have to build a ladder here, at least. So build that ladder first. Then we're going to get it to all be phosphorus gas. And then we're going to let the phosphorus... That's actually potentially terrifying, because it's going to multiply the heat, and then that's going to destroy the base, isn't it? Okay, maybe not 20 tons. I have a better idea. Let's do a controlled amount. And we also need to actually make the geotuners first, so that's not going to be a today thing. But we'll leave that ladder here, and then we'll look at that. This is working now, though. We're feeding the iron into here. We are heating up the ethanol. This is going to recirculate. This is going to dump up here. And importantly, it's going to get grabbed in here immediately, so we shouldn't actually be building anything unless it's with cold iron at this point. I think. Do I believe in save scumming? I mean, the other question is how much heat would it take to heat up 20 tons of phosphorite? We know this. It's not a huge amount. Metal volcanoes are up to a fair bit. I mean, this one's going to erupt like 300 kilograms a time. And then it's about 10 times as hot as it needs to be. So it's probably 3 tons of phosphorite per eruption. But then the heat multiplies by a ridiculous degree, as we've talked about extensively on YouTube. Phosphorus temperature plate. Those do not exist. Or phosphorite temperature plate. That would be very silly if that existed. Yeah, no, there's there's no way. I'm gonna shut the blind. Maybe I'm gonna. I want to rain when I'm not looking at it. Go. You guys get to see my lovely t-shirt. Yeah, good. Yeah. Boiling a load of phosphorite without having a plan is not a good plan. I mean, it will condense, but it's going to cook like the whole biome, right? We could let it cook all of this. I've got to admit, this is funny. So it's pretty tempting. So what we would need to do is we would need to let it condense against all of this. And yeah. I'm sure this is going to destroy the base if we melt too much of it at once. But we could melt like a controlled amount and see how it goes. So let's set this to 1,000. I mean, the good news is I can probably... It's going to be more or less completely sealed to this area, unless the gas gets up here, in which case we can emergency seal it if need be. So we'll fill it up to 1,000, and then we'll set this to phosphorite. And then relocate that here. It's probably a better... Actually, there's a way better way of doing this. Set this to 19,000. Wow, this could deliver 1,000 kilograms per errand. That's interesting. I hadn't even thought about what the maximum speed of an auto sweeper was, but I guess that's it. Yeah. Funny. Oh, you've ruined this. You dumped a load of other phosphorite in here. Well, I'm going to set you to 20,000 then. Right, so this is 2 tons of phosphorite. Okay? I'm going to stick this in the iron volcano. Right in the corner. Let's see how that goes. I'm going to save it first, because this is a silly thing to do. But I think actually just getting these volcanoes geotuned first is the best thing we can do. And we can sort out the sustainable phosphorus production later. Because that will be a power source later. But we need metal to actually build stuff first. And we need iron for steel. Maybe this is a good idea. The iron is going to keep heating up this ethanol pretty quickly. But it is getting... Is it actually getting dumped out here pretty quickly? Yeah, it is getting dumped out here pretty quickly. That's good. Right, hold on. Wait. Okay, so the phosphorite is here. That is heating up rapidly because phosphorite is a very low heat capacity of 0.15. And when it turns into phosphorus, its heat capacity goes all the way up to 0.77. That's actually slightly more efficient than regolith melting, I believe. So we're going to get an explosion of phosphorus gas in here. Yeah, there we go, yeah. And now the phosphorus gas has a heat capacity of 0.77. Then that's going to slowly leak out the bottom because it's going to condense all the iron. And then that's going to drip down. And we're going to get some phosphorus debris. That's going to appear here. You know? Hang on. Wait a minute. This has actually ended up okay. I mean, well... I'm not optimistic. As this heats up, this is going to keep spreading out and it's going to keep causing chaos. But it might be survivable. Maya, get out of there. This is the last one. Yeah, it's not really dumping out of there anymore, is it? It's not really. I mean, okay, we got 600 kilograms of it. This is working quickly enough. Maya needs to get to the hospital, yeah. So that's good, but it's only good in this case because we have a lot of heat capacity to dump into. Generally, we want to save this for power generation, rather than, like, just warming up the entire map. But I'll allow it in this case. So this means we can actually start geotuning the iron volcano, which means, I guess, we take all the iron and we put it in here. Where is all the iron? We let out a little bit over here. Okay. A lot of it is still in the volcano. I think what I need to do is I need to put a pneumatic door here, and I need to tell people not to actually go in there. But if we could geotune this volcano, this is going to definitely speed things up. So... let's print the last dupe. Building operating, that seems pretty good. Harold, you can have... Probably operating. We need more dedicated operators. Yeah. Probably can have operating and building. Okay, that actually worked really well with the volcano. This worked a lot better than I thought it would. I guess 0.77 still isn't that much compared to all this sub-zero ice and the literal tons of ethanol we have down here. Yeah. The pneumatic door will probably die very quickly. That's fine. Doors work even when they are broken. It's very stupid. Wire broke. Okay. I don't care about that. In fact, remove that wire. We have glass. We have enough glass for everything over here now. That's good. So... light sensors. We gotta get this spun up today, for sure. And then what is the automation for this? Let's just double check. So, I want this hooked up to a buffer gate, I believe. So if it detects the light is below the threshold, then it activates the shut-off for, like, 60 seconds. So buffer gate. That's fine. Make it all out of iron. That's okay. Is it? Or is it? Well, okay. Do not go through here. That's not gonna work, is it? You're gonna have to lock this. Oh, right. Okay, you're gonna have to get out, and then we're gonna have to lock it. There you go. The dupe still picked it up off that tile. That's alright. Disable auto repair. Looks like our vent situation is actually working over here pretty well. That's good. I think, actually... I think this building might vent gases that aren't the right gas automatically. I can't remember. Okay, so... aluminium... Yeah, plug these in here. Set these all to 60 seconds. And then plug them into the shutoffs. Just still filling with mercury, that's good. We need a wire down here as well, actually. That could be iron. Sure, why not? Build the wire out of mercury! Why not? Okay, we should be pretty much ready to do this soon. There's a little bit of ethanol in here. That's okay. Wait, why are you running? What? Why are you running? Hello? Oh, the wood burner produces light. Huh? Is that how I learn about this? It does say it produces light. Wow. Well, that's better than nothing. This is definitely the most efficient way to turn wood into power. Look at this, we've got 0.14 watts. Whoa. Most efficient wood burner. That's hilarious. Okay, good. Yeah, iron, liquid iron is here again. All of the phosphorus is gone. Let's add refined phosphorus to the list. We won't need more than that at the moment. So, suppress current. Yeah, if you put two wood burners too close to each other, they can wake up and do. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's not waking them up. Okay, you guys were right about the door. That wasn't gonna work. Okay. You know what? Just leave it. It's fine. Lessons learned. What's going on over here? Use wolframite? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's use wolframite. We have it. Will that work when the volcano is geotuned? Maybe. Probably. This melts at like 3,400 or something, right? I mean, let's have a look at some wolframite. It's here. No, 2,926. Okay. Single wood burner doesn't make enough light. Yeah, no, because it makes 450 watts. That seems very deliberate. Right, so if you're below 20,000 lux, below 15, then you activate this for 45 seconds, so it powers on properly. That's what we want to do. And then copy this setting. And then we need to get all this sorted out. So that's priority 9. Is there anything else that's priority 9 at the moment? Not really. So these guys should get on with stuff. There's no idleness, so that should be alright. We got a new mutant. Okay. Yeah, analyze the new mutant. Again, if we get a Juicy Fruits one, or whatever the one is that auto-harvests, that will also be relevant. Right, let's do that. Unlock you. And then I'm going to tell you to stop making iron now, because that should definitely be fine. I'm going to tell you to stop making aluminium as well. Although, nah, yeah, that's fine. Right, who we got? Quinn can have building. Rowan can have masterworks. The fan bus can have supply. Good. Not required, you can see that Leia is shivering when sleeping, yeah. Any more people over here? We'll do a couple. I'm kind of hoping that we build the light sensor last. I like that this is nice and conveniently thumbnail sized as well. And the valves are somewhat obscured by the Mercury, but that's fine. We've got 630 tons of ice, so the Alveoviras should be okay. What we got? Wildish. Fertilizer use minus 90%. I don't think this is useful either. Oh well. As long as we keep getting variants, we can keep playing around with it. Right. Well, we should see this activate soon, but we need to run on the wheel, obviously. That's now the problem. Right. Suppress current. That should work. So now we just need to connect up the wire, which can go probably... How irritating. Well, that's obviously going to take a while. Set this to above 50. And obviously you're not going to have any power. Will that actually do anything to start with? Probably not, right? A little bit of mercury going in here. Oh, the pipes. Pipes are breaking because they're too cold. Right. That's probably going to be an issue. So let's go ahead and make these igneous pipes. Or it's a problem that solves itself eventually. That's what I'm thinking is probably the case. Right. Well, let's set these all to the Iron Volcano in a very controlled manner. And what I'll do is I'll just stick, let's see. Well, we'll wait for more metal, to be honest. Just activate all of these because we want as much iron as possible. Use priority 9. Grab all the phosphorite. Or grab all the phosphorus. I'll put a storage bin here for now. Are any of those valves set for more than 1 kilogram per second? No, they're not. Oh, the liquid shutoff is. Oh, I see. That's the issue. You're gonna spend a load of rock repairing stuff then, aren't you? So that was one thing about setting the shutoff before the valve, is it would always be 65. We could do that. I kind of wanted to do it the other way, but you're right. I don't think it makes sense with the pipes like this. So let's get rid of these. Flip them round. Because this pipe here is suspended in the Mercury. That's not the right one. It's this one. Also, I still need to set the settings on these correctly. But I think it does need to be the... Actually, hold on. Hold on. Before we do that, these need to actually be set to 65. I don't think everyone did that. Firstly, I just like to use automation to turn the lamps on and off instead of using valves. Yeah. How do you do that then? We should end up with enough iron in here that we can do this fairly soon. Thankfully, the iron is pretty conductive, so this means we can build the wires like this. The lamp is an automation port? Yeah. But equally, we've got to let it power up. Yeah, you know what? I'd be interested to see it on the Discord. Show me how you guys do it. This feels pretty bad. Build another 2 segments there. Is there any more wire I can get rid of? I can get rid of this one, but that's not going to help. That one can go. I think I'll probably just leave that for now. Timer sensor controlling the automation port of the lamp. Ah. Yeah. That is definitely a way to do it. I've just got to actually plug this into the main power and then I'll be all good. You done for now? You are done for now. Well, you're actually in the process of getting geotunes, so that should be okay. Very jealous of the ice the dupes get to enjoy. Yes, exactly. I am figuring out that the windows being open makes the biggest difference to the temperature of this room. Yeah, the rest of the fish seem okay. I am sad that Platy died, but they were in... They had that injury for a long time. Oh, you know, this counts as a science building. We can actually remove this geotuner for now. And that will count as more refined metal. Yeah, the next eruption will be much larger, so that will help everyone. Built all of those, that's good. Do not make any more microchips. I don't think you've been doing this anyways, but that's fine. Hydrogen vent will activate in 4 cycles. Good. We could geotune the hydrogen vent as well, potentially. I will probably put a airflow tile bit down here. And we will put some doors here, and we will potentially geotune the hydrogen vent. If we can actually use all the power. Yeah, no, one of the original Platties we had, it was actually one of the babies of the original batch I bought at the shop. But it had a tumor for a while that got pretty big. And frankly, I think one of the fish started nibbling at the tumor. So it was gonna happen at some point. Pretty sad, but it happens. And that fish lived for like a year with the tumor. So I'm not sure who was nibbling at it though. It's pretty mean. Yeah, you've got a bit of a fool's errand here at the moment. Sorry. Right, irons come out of this. No, iron's coming out of this right now. It's a lot of iron. Good. What circuit is overloaded? Oh, that's the wrong wire. Okay, fine. That's some extra aluminium that can go here. That's done then, right? Yeah, that's done. Okay, good. Good. That's enough metal. Yeah, go ahead and build that, and then this should power up, and then this should work. And that's the last bit that we need to do today. How's food going? Food's still going alright. We're still making enough food for everyone, and they're not even eating the berry sludge. So we could probably keep printing more dupes. We've definitely got some kind of brine situation going on down here now. That's okay. You can fill this up with abyssalite. There you go. Yeah, that is powering down. I should probably take another sleeper then. You have athletics already, and you're a Frankie. You know what? Frankie could be the last sleeper. So, Frankie, I don't really care what you have, because you're not going to do anything. I'm going to have to move those things slightly. That's fine. Yeah, I think that'll do. Nails, you can have critter ranching 2. I'd invest sleepers into science, since they just gain athletics marginally faster. Yeah, maybe. I'm skilling them up just in case we end up taking them off of sleep. I feel like the science is niche enough. Like, I think with the machine running, they have enough athletics that it's not actually a problem. But we'll see. So, the conveyor loader will need to go here. That conveyor thing can go there. Then we can move all of these. So, do that, and then, I guess, dig these as well. That's fine. Right? You can dig that snow as well. You guys have to build this. Otherwise you're going to be working on stuff forever. Sorry. Right, one more bed. Set you to dream journals. And then auto sweeper here. And then auto sweeper here. There you go. And then this is Frankie, but we'll give Frankie the pajamas first. So you can go here. Then let's see. Devon gets a snazzy suit. We haven't got any warm coats left apparently, okay. Right. But crucially, we now actually connected this to the power, so this is actually going to load up. And then this should run properly now. Yeah, now it's running properly. So we're feeding in 65 grams at a time. This one... Wait, what? Something's gone wrong here. Oh, this one was just filling up the whole time, apparently. That's not good. Oh, it was literally filling up because of the wood heater. Okay, let's just get rid of this then. That's hilarious. So now the timer sensors have Now the buffers have deactivated, so we're only getting the 65 in. So it's maintaining them at fully charged, but it's not actually charging them up higher. So we're saving the mercury. And now, this is actually sustainable power. Or not sustainable power, but like, it's finite power, but it's good enough that we shouldn't have to worry about anything. And then maybe I'm going to stick a load of batteries over here so that stuff doesn't freeze as easily. So maybe just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because the thing is, now we're definitely wasting power. Because we don't actually need all this power. You could sustain it with space mining? Yeah. So what we could do is we could put a smart battery here as well, and if it's full, then we turn it off. But I'm not sure that actually makes sense. Well, if you don't use the 65, then you do end up powering it down eventually. Oh, this is still full of mercury, so this is still consuming it at the elevated rate. I'm gonna have to keep investigating that. It should flicker on and off like this, but yeah, it's a pain to start up, so the aim is to just have it be baseline power. But I think I will add a way to turn it on and off via the lamps. The issue is if I do it this way, this is filling up to 10 kilograms, so it will just dump 10 kilograms in there at first. So, for the record as well, 10 kilograms is 166-ish, or 160-ish seconds of this. Yeah, this isn't going to work then. This is going to always dump too much. This is always going to dump too much in. So we do actually need to flip this around. But now that these are all powered up, I can remove these and we can flip it around. Okay, so these ones. Well, it was worth a try. I just needed to actually think about it for like a couple of seconds. But if this does work, then I think I'll be pretty happy with it. This one's still not flashing. So copy you here. We'll speed it up again. Put the valve here. Valve, 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 valve. Shut off, shut off, shut off. Yeah, keep going for it. Valve. This will take you a while to charge up these batteries. But I think it's okay, because if we discharge them and then recharge them within a certain fixed cycle, then the mercury consumption is the same. It's just the power is just while the power is winding down, obviously it's not as efficient. So it needs to go down to the bottom now. It's fine. Already 9 all of this. If only there were analog wires in Oni. Analog wires? What do you mean? I'm actually going to put another battery here and here. Yeah, we have enough iron coming in now. I'm pretty happy. That's good. May, you should probably heal up, right? Would it still let through 10 kilogram at a time? No, because the valve is afterwards. This is how we originally did it in the video. Except, well, a little bit different. They're all currently asleep. What's going on with the schedules? Okay, looks like the schedules are pretty evenly balanced. That's good. Oh, right. Where's Frankie? Frankie needs to be sleeping. Frankie's running on the wheel. Okay, fair enough. Frankie, you get to go here. That means the buffer gate should no longer be needed. It is needed, but only because the light sensor only goes to 15,000 lux. If the light sensor went to 60,000 lux, like it should, you wouldn't need the buffer gate. That's the issue. Very irritating. Also, I need to set these to this. There'll still be 20 kilogram of liquid between the shutoff and the valve. Yeah, here. Oh, that's right, yeah. Oh, I remember what we did. Hold on. We did something a bit more complicated than this. Give me a sec. We looped it so that it recirculated. I did actually think of this. In fact... Yeah, we definitely recirculated this, so... It's gonna look a little weird. But it goes like this. And then that bridge goes in here as well. We still need the valve, we still need the shut off in here. This is 20 kilograms to ramp up to max lux. You need a lot less than 20 kilograms to ramp up to max lux. We did solve this problem originally, don't worry. I just forgot the solution. But yeah, this comes down here, and then what we do is that joins on first. So the pump goes second, and then this goes here. Yeah, that's correct. Alright, this is overly complicated. Just turn it on or never turn it off. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's the correct amount of complicated. But yeah, this works. Because then it's always prioritizing recirculating from filled up shutoffs. Thank you for reminding me. And then, oh right, that needs to go here. That needs to go here. That needs to go here. Don't look at the Don't look at the power overlay. And then priority 9, all of this. The good thing is it's still running while we're trying to get it online. And then what we'll do is let's plug this in, the smart battery. Let's see what happens if we set it to 10 and 90. But let's do that last, so do it like this. Analog wires will be able to transmit something like battery percentage or lux amount or flow through a liquid sensor, a liquid shutoff thing, probably normalized to some range. Yeah, okay. Yeah, looks like we haven't had any idleness. Also, stress is completely zeroed out now because of the machine. This is good. We're also building up the actual sleep journals now, so that's also good. That means I could probably set them to 1 less downtime. No. That means I could probably set them to 1 more downtime. Would there be any reason to do that? I don't know. It's fine. What are you doing in here? You should be in here. My idea would be to adjust the Mercury lamp's light output based on battery charge thresholds. Interesting. Right, that is not working. Because we built the automation wire. Okay. There. Oh, that's right. If we turn it off, if we turn the lamp off, then the mercury builds in the pipe. So what I have to do then is I have to recirculate this again. And I did actually do that as well. So that goes like this. That was the intent as well. Although that would require a bridge here. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry. Right, let's just build all of this then. And then set all of these valves. I believe they've already been set. The automation is there. Now you just need to build a pipe. Right, it's getting late. We've been here a while. Seems rather complex. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. You can have tidy. You can have tidy. You can have digging. And then this will let this recirculate here as well. So the point is, yeah, this should be less fragile than it was before. Pipe blocked because it's destroyed. Okay. Well, you'll fix that in a minute. I'd be curious to see if there's a simpler setup. There probably is. I mean, we had it slightly differently on the video. I had multiple valves and multiple shutoffs per lamp. I'm kind of experimenting to see if I can come up with something better. But there was a similar level of pipe recirculation on the build in the video, I believe. But the good news is we have enough power now, so that's good. This is gonna erupt again soon. Oh, right, the hydrogen. Well, that can happen in a minute, and we've got more iron. Right, that should be ready now, right? But what I want to do is I want to set this to... So I want to set this to turn on when it gets to 10. I want it to turn off when it gets to 90. So at the moment it's turned everything off. So it's going to ramp up again. I probably need to set this to something different, like maybe 25 and 75. Then what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to cut off these batteries just so we can test it. So that should drain it pretty quickly. Oh, they're all idle now. Good. Well, what else did I want you to do? Gin? Gin. Just for a moment. So, furniture, lamp, timer sensor to kick them off every now and then. Time for gin. Yeah, true. Just while waiting to see what happens. That's charging up pretty quickly now. Wait, what? We're not even running this. Excuse me? Oh, you're running on these wheels. Okay. Get them to stop running on these wheels, then. And then this timer sensor is going to get set to 1 red, 24 green. And then it'll interrupt the dupes every schedule block so they go do something more important. Right, so this should charge up pretty soon. Except now it's just going to flat out run out of power, so that means connect you back up here. So now that should start feeding everything again. Why is this going here? Oh, right. There needs to be more bridges. There needs to be more bridges. Something like that. Then
there
needs to be one at the end
go.
as well. Hello, live action pixel. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for the raid. What have you been up to? Have you been playing Oxygen Not Included? You don't normally raid me. It's normally the other way around. Fascinating. Hello, Conquered. Hello, Yoptsu. Hello, Unsalted Silk. I'm Arita Gaming. We are a fish enthusiast slash Oxygen Not Included enthusiast. We are making some kind of questionable decisions today, but that's fine. Let's reenact, let's re-enable berry sludge consumption. They've run out of other foods. Printables, I'm not going to print anyone now. A lum, perfect. I love lums. It's nice having a schedule change. I played the DLC for a while, saving it for the full release for now. How's your run going? Yeah, it's going okay. I'm going to put this lum down here. The lums are all working on our LBO errors. So that's going well. We're Frosty Planet Pack. We've got 27 dupes. We got 7 sleepers in the coal. Someone's peed. We got the Somnium Synthesiser working. We got Floxes. We got Shatter Floxes. I actually geotuned this Iron Volcano because we cooked some phosphorus in here. That worked out pretty well. All of the iron is recirculating through this ethanol, which we're eventually going to boil, but at the moment it's just Neapolitan liquid sludge. And what we're currently working on is a Mercury power plant, but I've made... I need to get some bridges going here for all of this friggin' recirculation. But I think that should work properly once we're done here with 4 bridges. So let's speed up and see them do this. You should not all be running on the gym. You are not all running on the gym. That's good. Turns out the dupes have a lot to do. But that's fine. BRB needs snacks? No worries. I actually have to get to bed in a minute, but I wanted to show you guys this. It's the Mercury power plant. What we're doing, or what it will do when it actually works properly, is we're sending 65 grams per second of mercury through these valves. And what we're doing is when we're powering it up, we're running both valves. And when we're not powering it up, we're just running the one valve. Did this not connect up? I now realize what the problem is. The liquid's not flowing out of here because this is prioritizing recirculating here. This is definitely not correct. I think what I need to do... I'm going to need to think about this pipe work, because this definitely isn't working. Maybe it'll be alright once this is built, but I doubt it. There's another step. I did a YouTube video about this, though. The YouTube video has a slightly different solution with the valves. It definitely works. So feel free to have a look on there. But at least we actually built everything today, and at least we actually got the glass to build everything. So what's this gonna do? Let's see. If you just make it more complicated, you'll fix it? Lol. Oh, that's true. This also needs to bridge down here. Like that. I don't know, some of it is getting through. I think it's just because it was stuck and the bridges weren't working. Let's just build this, let's just see if it works, and then I've got to get to bed. I'm already up too late. But this should be a fairly quick one to do. People are really idle now. So this sets to 1 and... this sets to 24 and 1. Then you guys can all get in the gym. Do we really want another gym? Maybe. Not yet. What's the goal? 65 grams of mercury to a lamp? Yes. I think I've done this neater before. But this is working now because this pipe is actually backing up properly. So I think this is actually going to start sending it in the right amounts as it slowly fills up. I'm not overly convinced. It looks like it's kind of getting there, but not really. No, I'm not happy. The reason you can't just use a pipe with 3 valves is why. Yeah, we did this in a different way last time. I might rip this up and have a look at it later. Okay, now it's actually all working properly because it's all backed up. Okay, that's fine. Right, that's good. This is powering up. This is fully charged. How's the buffer gate looking? This is sending too much at the moment. This needs to deactivate the shutoff. And now the issue is it's draining out this bit. Oh, right. We didn't want it to back up into these pipes. Okay. I've got some work to do. We'll refine this next time. I've really got to go. But... I mean, it fits on the screen. Yes, you have raided at an opportune time, because I've got to go to bed. But we've at least done some things today. Yeah, fish are all asleep. So this is a sign I need to go. But thanks for hanging out, everyone. I will go raid someone else who's playing Oxygen Not Included. If you like what you've seen so far, feel free to follow me on Twitch if you're not already following me. We will resolve this all tomorrow. Whiskers shoots up like a noodle in the night. We stream 7:30 to 10:30 British time. Daylight savings at the moment. And then there's a Discord where we talk about stuff. That tasty looking one seems active very tasty. Yeah, no, let me think about it tomorrow when it's cooler again. But yeah, who are we gonna go raid? Let's see. What is the plan? I'm going to release a video at some point this month about my ideas for cryptomorphs that they can add to the game. So that's going to come to the YouTube channel. But for the most part, I'm waiting for the update now. Before I do any more YouTube videos. Right. I know we raided 2 Legit City yesterday. I'm going to raid them again because we've got all of Live Action Pixels fellows. So, yeah, we'll go raid 2 Legit City again. Yes, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll sort this out tomorrow. I think you might still need a Rising Edge single pulse thing. Not sure how you do that in Oni. No, we solved this before. I just need to go back and look at my actual solutions with a fresh head. But it's something in those sorts of lines. The automation is more or less what I want. It's just the pipe work I think I need to change. Yeah, take care, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.